with another episode of the Strong New York podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Santucci, and today I'm going to try to be as chill and cool as possible because I have someone I'm a huge fan of, her whole family, and everything she's ever done. Without further introduction, the most all-time winning female champion of all time, 14-time, right behind, 3 or 4 other people, Charlotte Flair. How are we doing? Thank you so much for doing this. We're about to lift in a little bit, but I want to do a quick little intro on who you are, because there might be some people out there who live under a rock and don't know who you are. But, we were just discussing before we even started this, the business has evolved. You've seen it change. You grew up in it. What has been the biggest change that you've seen since you were a kid to now here you are?
Besides WWE being more mainstream with the opportunities like for now being on Netflix, but I think it's the evolution of women's wrestling. Like we're no longer eye candy or second tier storylines. We're actually mainstream, like part of the main event. Yeah. What
I think has changed, and I remember watching it very early on when it was like the divas of the like late 90s, early 2000s. The women wrestler, just women's wrestling wasn't what it is now. They weren't as fast. It was more about like what scantily clad outfits. And now you guys are like the women's wrestlers are doing really cool shit. Like the matches are way more intense. What do you attribute that to?
I think I know the women had the potential to be just as good storytellers. It's just they weren't given the opportunity. Okay. So it's just taken time. The business has evolved as well, but now that we are given the opportunity to tell stories, to have longer matches, the roster is just deeper. I think that's the biggest difference. I think it's just given the platform to do these things where they didn't have that platform before.
But do you think the evolution of the actual physical match has gotten so much better? Like I feel like
no, because I think those women could have been as physical. They just weren't given
the time,
the opportunity, the platform. I'm not saying every single female from the past had it in them, but a lot of them did.
Well, I think some of the biggest names from the past that I grew up with weren't as athletic as the guys are today. Like it wasn't, people didn't really push forward when it came to like the athleticism of the guys.
So that's the other thing. Like I take so much pride in my physical ability, the athleticism, and I think that's what sets me apart from the pack. But you don't necessarily have to be like the greatest athlete to be the greatest superstar of all time. Like my dad would argue with anyone that I'm a much better athlete than he is, but what he just can talk his shit. So like, that's what makes him, him. So for me, the athletic part is just like that extra edge. But you don't have to be, you just have to be able to take a beating, and the physical toll that wrestling does take on your body, you have to like love it to be able to do that. Like who wants to get hit day in, day out? Yeah.
Well, and that beautiful segment into the next part of this, I think you have to be so mentally strong.
Yes.
To be on the road. I'm sure you spend a lot of nights alone, like jumping from hotel to hotel, you're driving. Now everybody's like, oh, well, they're only wrestling for a couple hours, but you're getting beat up. You have to be there, I'm sure, a couple hours ahead of time. You have to stay in great shape. How do you stay in the game?
Yeah, it's not as glamorous as people think. Like you have your segment, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, but it's the hours in between or the travel that's extremely tedious. Like you have call times. You're rarely in the same city for more than like maybe 2 nights. WrestleMania is a week long event. So we really do take over the city, but that's the one time that we're in a specific place for that long. If not, like you have SmackDown Friday, a show Saturday somewhere, a show Sunday somewhere, Monday Night Raw somewhere. And then if you have a premium live event, that's somewhere. And if you're overseas, you're in a different city or a different country. And then it's maintaining.
I know for myself, tonight I'm going to fly out. I come back tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be in the best mood to go work out. I'm not going to be able to give 100% to what I want to do. You guys are doing this 360 days a year, you know? How do you find the motivation to get up, to go to the gym, and now you're in front of 20, 30,000 people, a couple million people online or on streaming services. You got to show up.
I think it's the mentality of, instead of like, I have to work out, it's, I get to work out.
Yeah.
Like saying that in my head, like, no, I get to work out, not like, I'm tired. Also, you only get one shot. So for me, part of going to the gym is also part of decompressing, but also knowing like how I look, like I'm investing in my body to make sure that I'm doing the best job that I can at work. But I just take it very serious, not very serious, but it's just a part of my routine. Like I don't think everyone
does the same thing.
Yeah.
So we were
but they don't have to. You don't have to do that necessarily to be as successful.
I think as somebody who's just obsessed with the gym and loves exercise and knows what it can do for you long-term, longevity-wise.
Yeah.
You know, you've grown up around it. You've seen multiple generations of superstars. Do you see that there's a lot of people who adopted a healthier lifestyle, eating right, working out, those things? Do you see them have longer careers than the people who didn't?
Well, I just use my dad, for example. He's 77, still going strong, mentally strong, physically I don't know. And it's because he took care of himself his whole life.
Yeah.
Other than like being a party guy, like loving to like have a beer here and there. I do think the road can show up on you, or like it takes a toll on you if you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
like you see it on people if they don't.
Yeah, I think as soon as some guys and girls hit like 40, 50 years old, it starts to like beat them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you start to see this big drop off.
So that is for me, like I'm 39, be 40 in April, and I feel like
April what?
5th.
April 6th.
Oh, Aries,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
No, but like for me, my mentality is that when you're other than like the fans knowing I've been on TV for 10 years, I'm in the ring with 23-year-olds and no one's going, oh, she doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Like you can't
tell.
No,
you look incredible.
So that's like, I think just being consistent. You can't just show up once every month.
So we're about the same age, and a lot of people, when I started getting into the training world, they're like, what are you going to do when you get to 40, 50 years old? What does that look like? Where's your career? Yeah.
Like,
and that's what
be stronger.
And that's what, so have you ever had those doubts in your head when you started this? You're like, all right, I only have this window of time that I could be great.
No, and I think that's what I'm like pushing for right now, especially for the women, because usually typically women have not had careers this long, or like, oh my God, there's a woman that's going to be 40. Yeah. Like, I hope that I'm part of that, because it's that way in all of entertainment, I feel like, or
100%.
sports. But if no one really knew my age and saw me perform, like when we main evented Raw on Monday, you wouldn't go, oh my God. Like, that's just my mentality. Like,
no, you belong. You belong in the ring.
But it's because I'm like trying not to think about it. Yeah, some days I'm like, God, like, but I'm like, well, that's just because we've put that stigma on age where there shouldn't be. Like I've seen women on Instagram who are like 45, 50, and I'm like, oh, they look better than like
some 20-year-olds.
Yeah, it's just how like your mindset and if you take care of yourself.
Yeah. Has that helped you, because you've dealt with a lot, right? You've dealt with loss, family.
Yeah.
You've dealt with, I'm sure the internet is not kind to you
No,
whatsoever.
it is not. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you've heard so much shit before, like everyone has. How does that take a toll on you and you continue to push on? Because I think one of the worst things is I hate putting up anything on YouTube, because YouTube is the most cruel form of social media out there, but you're on television.
Oh.
And I'm sure they pick you apart every way. How do you drown out the noise? Right now, we're doing a whole thing at the New York City Marathon. And, when things used to bother me, I used to go for a run. And I'd always say, like, outrun the noise. I'll outrun the noise.
Outrun the noise.
How do you outrun that noise? Because
I don't think I did early in my career, but the last 2 years, having my first injury, being out, coming back, And I came back with a lot on my plate, and I had lost a lot of weight due to it, but like no one knew. So the criticism of like, she's so skinny, she's like, whatever narrative was out there.
Yeah.
And then you put on 10 pounds and then you're like, oh, she's getting bigger. She looks like Charlotte did in 2015. It's just like, if they're not talking, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's kind of like a mixed blessing. Like, oh, she looks like a dude. She's too skinny. She's like, whatever it is, or she looks plastic. Like any fan that I've ever met in person, they're like, wow, you're so much prettier in person. And I'm like,
that's a good compliment.
No, I'll take, but I think it's more like my character is so stern and dominant and just cold that it's hard to see that like
soft.
Yeah. So I just take it as like when they stop talking, it's like, oh, why? Just you have to like, just take it.
Have you ever?
What else can you do?
I know, and what I try to do is tend to.
Like,
I love these segments where people are like, oh, hey, these are the funny comments I've gotten. Like I look at some comments that people say to me, and I love it because one, I
just won't respond because that's what they want.
Yeah, that's what they want.
That's really what they want.
But have you ever gotten a comment where you're like, that's actually pretty funny?
Yeah.
What?
I'll have to. You're putting me on the spot.
I actually had somebody slide in making fun of me one time because I had black socks on with white sneakers, and they're like, could you believe this clown has black socks? I go, is that a thing?
I wish that was a simple. Like I did a video yesterday and they were like, it's the porta potty for me. And I was like, porta potty, what are they talking about? I'm like, oh my God, there is a porta potty. But like, I wouldn't have like,
you wouldn't even have picked that up.
I wouldn't have even picked that up. Cause I'm like, oh, this is like gorilla at the entrance. That thing is like background, like.
And that's what they picked out of the picture.
Yeah, but that's not, I'm trying to think. Or I don't know. Oh, someone was like, oh, she made a deal with the devil to stay young. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah.
But he said, she made a deal with the devil to stay young, but she looks different every week on TV. But I'm like, do I? But
there's probably a lot of younger girls out there and a lot of, women our age who look at you and they're like, what the fuck is she doing? Give me your regimen. Like, what?
I'm just so consistent.
With everything.
Like I eat probably the same food every day. It might not be from the same place because I travel a lot, but like for breakfast, hypothetically, if I'm at like a Town Place Suites, a Courtyard, whatever Marriott, you can always get continental breakfast. So you always know you can get hard-boiled eggs. I always carry oatmeal packets with me. You can find a Greek yogurt and a banana. And then they have like the little Jif peanut butter packets. And then if they don't have blueberries, I'll just do the banana. And then I'll carry the almond butter packets with me. I will have that every morning. And then my next meal, I know I need a protein and I know I need a vegetable and it can't be fried. So you can find that pretty much anywhere in like the lower end places, Outback, like in the smaller markets we're in, Outback, Ruby Tuesdays, Chili's. I mean, if they don't have those, of course, you can like find a Del Frisco's. You can find, anywhere that has grilled chicken, salmon, or steak, find a vegetable. And then sometimes I'll do low carb. Like I'm just that all day.
Yeah. Do you tell them to cook it a certain way? Like, hey, I don't want to eat.
Well, no, because I'm like, most of the time on the road, like it's just Uber Eatsing it.
Yeah.
Like if I land in a city and like for the last 2 days here, I contacted a meal prep place and they dropped it off at my hotel.
Nice.
So I had like the refrigerator and microwave in my room. But typically like if I land on a Thursday night, tomorrow, I'll find the breakfast at the hotel and then I will Uber Eats one of those restaurants and take it with me to the arena, have those 3 meals ready and then on to the next. And I always have protein powder with me. Like you just have to be that consistent.
How do you, now as far as your workouts, have your workouts changed? I mean, you've been in the business a long time. You've obviously clearly always been athletic, correct? Yeah.
No, so I liked Olympic lifting from 2015 to about 2020. And then during COVID, I started the whole fasting and getting into bodybuilding. So then I did that until 2024. And now I just do a lot of functional training mixed in with bodybuilding for my knee.
So you do.
So I more worry about aesthetic than being strong. Like I built that base from 2015 to 2019.
Has your body changed a lot more?
Oh yeah. Like how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 35 pounds lighter.
What? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. And now.
But I also like didn't.
You look lean
no,
right
like
now.
I ate healthy, but I didn't know as much about nutrition as I do now. Mm-hmm. But like trying to keep up with a bodybuilder, like wanting to be, I have to get out of my head of like, you can't always be peak lean all the time. So like when I want to put weight on my legs, I start to lose my abs a little. And then I'm like on TV, I'm like, oh, but when like your fans love you how you are, but I just have now gotten into that world, so I love it.
Yeah. No, I think people become so obsessed with like, oh, I can only do this workout, but like your diet has changed.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
My diet's completely changed. Yeah. So I think it's more the diet than the training. I felt like had I honed in this much on like the consistency of what I ate, and I just think being boring with your diet actually works better. Had I ate that way from 2015 to 2019, I would have been probably like even leaner because I was just working more.
Yeah.
So
what do you say to a lot of people out there who say, well, I just don't have the time to work
that's
out.
Not true. I mean, like that is just not.
Clearly
or like you find the places. Like I'm talking about like places that are accessible to anyone of any, like I know what I can get at Starbucks. I know what I can get at Subway. I know what I can get at like if I'm at the supermarket, I know I can find boiled eggs and a yogurt or a tuna fish. Like you just have to choose.
So it's more about like guidelines. You're like, all right, here's what I need. And I could get this pretty much anywhere across the board.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then like what people don't realize too, is anything that's more than 3 ingredients, even though it's telling you it's healthy, it's not.
Well, another guideline that I try to give some of my clients, if it's got like a cartoon character on it, or it's telling you it's healthy, it's probably not.
It's probably not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, let's get a workout.
But I love, don't get me wrong, like I have my bad food days treat myself, but I love protein bars. I'm just saying like, you just can't fill all your meals with that.
What's your cheat meal? Like I'm a donut. Like if I could cheat and eat a donut, I'll eat a donut. What's something you can't say no to?
I love Mexican food.
Really?
Like, but I can also eat Mexican food on tacos are so good for you if they're corn tortillas.
Oh my God.
Like corn tortilla, guacamole, steak.
Yeah.
But I love I don't know why I didn't like it when I was younger, but I love sour cream now. Like a good sour cream, a good cheese.
A good supplement for sour cream, I use Greek yogurt.
No, me too, on my potatoes. So if I find the Firebirds anywhere, I get that big baked potato, no salt, with Greek yogurt.
That's the best.
So good.
I love that. It's such a good hack.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, I can't get enough protein. One of the biggest things I hear from a lot of clients is like, well, how can I eat 200 grams of protein?
It's really not that hard.
No. And I tell people, it's like, when you, just like you said, it's the hard-boiled egg, it's the Greek yogurt, it's the chicken, it's the, you
just have to find it. And I'm not saying, would I prefer that it's natural chicken or whatever the you know all the labels, but like, but I don't have those options. So like, if I need to go to Chipotle and get a bowl of chicken and a bowl of rice and hot sauce, call it a day.
I mean, there are bodybuilders who live off Chipotle.
I know, like a lot of wrestlers live off it.
Yeah, I could. So,
but I'm like, you just make it happen.
Yeah. Well, you ready to get a pump in?
Yeah.
Let's get some shoulders, arms, maybe some back in.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. This episode is powered by Celsius. Now, whether you're in the gym or you're on the run or, hey, you're just doing a podcast, grab yourself a can of Celsius and live fit.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It's okay. So grab it here and let the straps sit on your knuckles here. So turn your hand in this way. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Too heavy? Let me lower it a little.
There's no such thing. Let's say.
Yeah. Shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulders. Yeah.
So this guy at Crunch came up to me, and I just thought it was like really ballsy, and I was like, "Oh, you're hired."
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Because he said I was doing something wrong, and I was like, "Oh, I dig this."
Have you ever met Triple H's trainer? Joe?
Yeah. He's
So-
here, isn't he?
DeFranco? Dude, he's the sweetest guy in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He's my boy. I love him. And then,
I've trained with him once. Not, I mean, like at the PC.
yeah, at
WWE, yeah.
And then I know the guy who trains with Seth and then Jay Ferrugia. Have you met him?
Jay, but I thought it was the other guy. The CrossFit I'm drawing.
Oh, the CrossFit, yeah.
Yeah.
Josh.
Joshy.
Yeah. So I know Josh
Yeah.
really well. I knew him just from CrossFit. And then Jay and Joe were like the guys I looked up to as I was coming up.
Oh, okay.
Jay Ferrugia.
Yeah.
And Joe DeFranco. They were like my guys coming up. Like, I love them.
Yeah, so my trainer now, when I'm home, I see him 3 days a week.
That's great.
And he's awesome. But yeah, it's just the local crunch.
And now, why Orlando? I mean, you can live anywhere. Why Orlando?
Because I just never moved. Because
Because you get to travel so much.
yeah, but like I really am going to make the move to Miami. I just haven't done it yet.
Where in Miami would you go?
Well, probably Coral Gables. There, Fort Lauderdale.
I actually love Fort Lauderdale.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
just
think
lazy.
Boca is a great place for like people our age
You
now.
know, I know, but what airport to fly out of?
Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, which is actually the
PBI?
better, yeah, it's actually better than the.
I will be somewhere down there like within the year.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for interest rates to go down.
Horrible. It's
They're
horrible. I
like
don't know.
10% right now.
I don't even know if they will.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I hope so, but it just seems like politics are so volatile right now in the industry, like everything.
I guess
Like, even for
I just would hate to rent.
in New York you have to, like, there's no point.
Homeowning is where it's at.
You think so?
Oh yeah, but I do. I have a few properties though. So
Oh yeah, but you
I
have
would just
do you
rent
have a
them out.
management team running that for you?
the
'Cause
one's in North Carolina, but the other one in Orlando, I manage myself.
Really?
Yeah.
And that doesn't get
It gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
She's like, I need an air filter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, why the
I'm just
fuck is-
trying to make it to work right now.
You're worried about getting her plumbing fixed and shit, and you're about to step
There's
out
a
on-
light out. Well, change the bulb. But you forget, like, it's your job.
Yeah.
No, she takes really good care of my place. The tenant that I have right now, I like her.
I think here in New York, it's just so much easier. Like if something goes wrong, like even this morning, my drain gets clogged or something, I call downstairs, they take care of it. It's easy. Like,
See, New York sounds fun for like a day.
I know most people, it's gotta be built into your DNA to live
Don't
here.
you just like miss jumping in your car and blasting music and like?
So I keep a car here, which costs me
But-
$2,000 more than it should cost
yeah,
me.
no.
And
That's $2,000 that can go to hair extensions.
that's another thing. Like, as you evolve, as your characters
Yeah.
evolved over the years, right? You have to go bigger with everything, right? Your
Yes.
costumes have to get bigger. You have to change. How do you keep up with that?
So this year, I've spent more money on my gears than I ever have before.
Really?
Yeah.
And now, is there like 2 or 3 people that you all go to like design costumes,
No.
or you find people online?
I have been finding actually designers out of New York and LA to
Really?
do it. Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I'm a pro wrestler. I need a fucking over-the-top costume.
Yeah, but what I have found that's been the hardest part, and now they've gotten it, like the two that I work with
Yeah.
consistently, wrestling gear has to be durable. So
Yeah.
when they're like making me a little top, it's like one of them actually, it was SummerSlam Detroit right before I got injured. My top came all the way unzipped. And in front of like 60,000 people, we had to stop the match
No
to zip
shit.
me back up if people go back and watch.
Oh, wow.
Because it didn't have like the clasp and the proper like hooking.
Yeah.
So over time, it's just a matter of getting them to realize like how durable it needs to be.
So now, so you found them on what, like Instagram?
Just
Slid-
Instagram or like
Slid into your DMs? and-
I'll find like famous artists that I like and then see who's designing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy that I'm talking, like, that gear was Becky G. I think he did some of her stuff. But yeah, I just DM them and they're like super chill and cool.
Yeah.
And they'll try it.
That's what I do with a lot of the artwork and stuff, and like the stuff that I have. Like now I do all cut and sew stuff, but I have these guys so come back a little further. So you can move the bar back.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole thing moves.
Gotcha.
This is probably one of the best Smith machines on the market. So yeah, keep it rolled back.
Am I too close?
No, you're good.
Okay.
So you keep it rolled forward.
Yep.
Now bring it all the way down to like your clavicle. Yeah. And drive up. Good. How do you not break a fucking nail?
Oh, I do. Actually, I just broke my pinky nail recently and I didn't have one for like a hot minute.
Yeah, just get that warmed up. I would go, because you have longer arms,
Yeah.
I'd go a little wider. Go about a thumb's distance from the smooth part.
That's good.
Yeah, and pull it all the way down. Good. Yeah, you are definitely jacked. Love it. Love it. It's great.
Wait till my spray tan is good.
So, your dad is like a savage when it comes to working out, or he always was.
Well, he has really good cardio. I think my dad just like, again, which I've learned over time, it's diet.
Yeah.
And he was a drinker. Like, not like
Yeah.
cocktails or anything, but like he naturally has great biceps.
He's got bigger
His
arms. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
He's
say.
a thicker guy. Look,
Yeah, he's just not like, I just don't think like you, unless you were going to be like a Luger or
yeah. Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man.
Yeah.
Like he had a good, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, I think there was a good, like early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, he had a great physique.
Yeah.
You know, but people forget, like when you're standing next to somebody like Lex Luger, who could have been a pro bodybuilder,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to look good.
No, but I'm not saying he looked fantastic. It's just that era of my dad wasn't considered a body guy.
Yeah. But he was the best on the mic, so he didn't need to.
Oh yeah, I didn't need, yeah.
You know, even
And the wrestling.
Even Hogan though, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, he looked great. It's like there was a couple year period he looked pretty good, but for the most part, he was just a big guy.
But he wore the belt. He was
wore
just
the
a
pants
big
high.
guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
What was
his
he?
big arms,
6'5"?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my dad has always loved the fitness industry. So I think until like high school, he had 5 or 6 Gold's gyms throughout
Really?
North Carolina,
Oh,
and
wow.
then one in St. Martin.
That's cool. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a gym
He
guy.
was a huge,
You want
like,
to do tens?
yeah. He,
I'll put these in.
like, has always been a huge fan of Arnold. And when, I'm trying to think of that female at that time, who was there, a Polynesian or Asia or other, what,
Bodybuilder?
yeah, she was beautiful. Really popular at that time, bodybuilder, like early 90s,
Early 90s.
when it was becoming popular.
Yeah. I think
He
like-
had her framed in one of the, I just remember like bits and pieces.
Yeah. And now, does he have those gyms anymore or no?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Gold's hasn't been like,
I think they're having a resurgence. Like they're putting Gold's gyms everywhere now. There's
Yeah.
a brand new one in Austin they just put in.
oh,
And
really?
it's like top notch. Yeah. So they're dumping a lot of money into it.
No, but
most
I
of
don't
them
know
are
if we have any
franchised.
Golds in North Carolina, like in Charlotte right now.
Really?
I don't know. Well, there's Fitlight or Lifetimes are everywhere.
Oh, Lifetimes are everywhere.
Yeah.
I was just out at the headquarters in Minnesota.
Oh, really?
They have this competition. They invited me out to go compete out there. And I did the competition. There you go. Come all the way down. Get a big stretch at the bottom. Yeah. So what's your split look like? What are you doing? Because you're on the road so much. Is he giving you stuff to do?
So, if I'm home, if I get to see Nate, say Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we really hit glutes, but 2 different parts, say Monday, either Wednesday or Thursday, depending. I guess he does back and back. I mean, it just depends on my travel week.
Yeah.
Like I do, like I couldn't tell it to you because he just does.
Yeah. Well, but like when you're traveling, you have to have some sort of plan, or you just go in and kind of hit cardio or.
Well, now that I'm like home more,
Mm-hmm.
I really don't do a lot of cardio.
None.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because it keeps muscle like.
Yeah, I rarely do it too. And there's so
I
many
did
people
so much of it before. I really don't.
with the CrossFit stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Stairmaster was my favorite, and I think I was doing it too much with my knee after the surgery. So also, he only wants me, like, my back naturally gets built really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm on the road, which back is easy to do on the road, but he'll say like, hey, just like do abs and more stretching and mobility stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm growing here so I can get smaller, because I'm just like,
your shoulders are good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more, they've just been developed all these years where I might not have been lifting properly my lower body or eating right.
Do you ever consider like your cardio or a workout is your match? Like, do you ever? Never.
I don't look at it that way.
Yeah. So I do jujitsu, and people are like, "Do you ever look at that as a workout?" I'm like, "No." I was like, for me, it's more skill acquisition. For you, it's your job. You're just doing what you do.
doing my job.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is for
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, but it's not like
It's exhausting,
maybe
though, right?
like 2 years ago before we cut out live events, because I was wrestling like 20 minutes 4 nights a week, and but like we're not doing that anymore. So
I don't think people realize, like, if you're doing, like the other day, I did like 50 deadlifts at 225.
Yep.
So you're picking up 225, but it's like you're simply
how many reps?
50.
50.
But you think about
you do,
you're picking up another woman.
No, I know, but I just don't count. Like, to me, working out too is just like,
peace.
like a de-stressor.
Yeah.
Like, even if I had, like, I'm doing this to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Like, to de-stress.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I wish more people had that mindset that, like, hey, it's not just about even the physical.
I can't find food. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Like, I can go to McDonald's and pick out a completely healthy option.
Mm-hmm.
Or
it's not going to be the best quality.
What I mean, a better, like, choice.
Better option than what,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so a friend of mine, we just shot a segment here in the city. So he goes around and stops people from going into a McDonald's and takes them to like a healthier restaurant. Go roll it far. And, there are so many people who are like walking out with these giant sodas and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to change your life. I mean, get rid of the
soda. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're setting a new standard. Other than China, right? Like, were there a lot of physique style female wrestlers that you kind of looked up to, or like you saw like, oh, she's got a great physique?
Well, of course, Tori and Stacy.
Yeah, but they were more like beauty pageant.
So I think I'm finding my own lane.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're creating that lane. Like, you look like a bodybuilder, like a female bodybuilder, and it's like you have the.
But I also think too, like, that's not necessarily like what's popular, like for the girls, but it's what sets me apart. So I think that's the key. Like, it might not, like, being lean and muscular might not be for everyone, but it also gives that edge to Charlotte.
Who are your characters?
Like, I want people to be like, damn, she's an action figure.
But I think there's this younger demographic. I feel like a lot of the younger girls that I have come in the gym, they're looking at Laura Lee and they're looking at a lot of these younger, like these bodybuilders. But
Laura Lee, like, doesn't stay, like, she's still like very feminine.
Yeah, but I think that's just her shape.
Yeah.
She has a great shape.
She has a great shape.
But like, I mean, she's hammering she goes to the gym.
I know. Listening to her talk, but she was trying to tell me or teach me something about how to keep your body. Like, I'm probably always in fight or flight. But what was the word she used?
You're always catabolic.
I'm always catabolic, and how do I get out of that?
Yeah. You need to decompress a little bit. So you need to.
But I've been doing the red light sauna. That's like, does that help?
I mean, yeah, it can. But like, I think because your life, you don't even realize it. If you wore a heart rate monitor, which if you
no, my resting heart rate is 47,
which is incredible.
But But like, now you step out through the entranceway with thousands of people watching you, immediately your heart rate jumps up, and it's not. You don't even realize it's all the it's all the input, right? It's all the lights
cameras, the
stimulus.
sound, the people, right? That all spikes your heart rate. So if you watched your what the hell is it?
See, that's why I don't want to use the ring or the watch, because I don't want to be. It will stress, and I don't want to use the word stress. It will sit with me more if I'm like, okay, I know I got a shitty night's sleep. I know I'm only on 3 hours. I don't need you to tell me. You know, that's
I'm in the same.
I'm like, I don't want to like.
If I drink or I like stay up late, I know I feel like shit the next morning because I actually feel like shit. I don't need a watch to tell me that.
So that's the other thing. Like, I'd rather have a glass of wine than
not think about it. Yeah.
But also like food choices with people. Like, I'll have the wine, but I won't have the pizza.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that's what life's about, just making the better choice.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a sweets girl at all? That you like?
I like chocolate.
Yeah.
But I don't eat, that's the thing. Like, I really have great
self-control.
Self-control.
Yeah.
So
you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you do.
But I will say, I think there's such an issue, not issue, but I don't think, if I wanted to feel 39, I'm sure I could, but that's not, people don't get that, like, you don't have, like, when I see my friends from high school, they're like, oh, but I'm old. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, see, I'm looking at it as like, I might be 39, but I have 39 more years till I'm 40 more years till I'm 80. So like, that's a whole nother life that I can like.
I say we're playing the back nine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can be stronger, better, like mentally, physically. Like, it's just, you have to like.
The inevitable is I'm going to be 50, right?
Yeah.
How I feel when I get to 50 is up to me.
But it's like the myth on metabolism. Like, your metabolism slow down. It's like how much fat you have.
Yeah, and it's like
your body percentage.
What you're doing to keep up with your metabolism. Yeah. Yeah.
But we just have somewhere, society has made certain ages like,
taboo.
Oh, but yes. And it doesn't need to be.
I throw a huge health and wellness expo every year. And one of the topics I wanted to cover was like pre and post-menopausal women. So I brought in a couple guest speakers to talk about this because I feel like, one, it's an underserviced market, right? It's always so much on beauty and all this stuff is for like younger women, high school girls, college girls, girls in their 20s. And then it's like, as soon as I become a mom, which the age we're at, it's like they give up. They don't want to work out. They feel like they're not as seen as they once were. So, but I tell them, I'm like, you got to keep up with that
But
shit.
then look at the women that do keep up with it are like living proof that that's just like, she just kept up with it.
Yeah. And that's all it is.
You just have to be consistent. It's just consistent.
Look at J-Lo. She looks incredible.
J-Lo, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Salma Hayek.
Yeah, and they're well into their
Obviously,
50s.
there's like the fitness girls that I could name that are popular on Instagram that had children.
Yeah.
That look the same.
I think there needs to be more of that. Like, I'm just a huge advocate for health and wellness.
But if you're not looking for it, I don't think the average person that's not looking for it.
Well, if you look at your For You page on
your
like social media, like
mine's Aries traits.
But no, there's a whole world out there that like you probably never even see because that's not in your algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Mine's inundated with training and fitness and, all that stuff. I'm never going to get like beauty products coming across my page.
Well, it's also this whole, like, you can't have children after 40. Like, that is not true.
I have two women here.
Yeah, it's
I have
just
two
not.
women here who are in their 40s.
If you take,
Yeah.
Amen, I know.
No, and I honestly, I think there's a lot of it with how expensive it is for IVF and stuff.
Oh my gosh, it is really expensive.
And every woman I know, and they're like 30 to 35 is freezing their eggs. It's $30,000. It fucks your hormones. But it's like, you haven't even checked if you can or can't.
Yeah.
And you're already spending all this money, in preparation for this thing that like, you probably can still do it. You probably still can.
Yeah.
You haven't even tried it yet. So we'll do like another 10 minutes.
I feel so glamorous for this workout with all this makeup. Is that? Oh.
God, there you go. Yeah, I think you're setting the new standard for like female wrestlers.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, also too, like I'm not married and I don't have kids. So what do you want me to do? Sit at home because I don't?
Right? Yeah.
Like,
I think
what? Like what?
I love being 40. I was so
Me
afraid
too.
of being 40.
Well, I love being 39, but.
Yeah. No, it was one of my biggest fears. I saw other guys who were who were like in their 40s when I was younger, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to look like that. So why do you think you got such a big push?
When? Early on?
I mean, the whole time.
Oh,
Like,
why?
Like, because
I think
you get the nod.
I think there is a level of believability when I'm in there. Mm-hmm. But also because I believe that I'm like that.
The best.
So not even that, but you feel like the moment is important. Mm-hmm. Does that? So why I was always hypothetically in the title picture, mm-hmm. which has always been like also a fan critique that they would have, is just because like the importance I put on the title from my character standpoint. Like that's supposed to be like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
You buy into the business.
Yes.
You buy into the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. But because you
also
want
like when I wrestle, I think there is a gear change in me that looks believable. Mm-hmm. And I think that's hard to, not everyone has that.
At what age were you really like?
Well, I didn't start wrestling until I was 28.
Yeah, but like at what age were you like, did you go from like, hey, I want to go become an accountant or something to like, hey, I want to go be a wrestler?
No, really. My brother had a really bad drug addiction and I wanted to help him. And I started because of him and then he passed away. Yeah. So then I took his dream and made it mine.
No shit. And that was a turning point.
And that was a turning point.
Wow. And then what were you doing before that?
Personal training.
Really?
But no. So I graduated from college and then I knew this trainer that worked for my dad and I had just gotten ACE certified.
Okay. Shout out to ACE.
So I shout out to ACE. I don't even know if they still have that around.
Yeah.
So I found this guy who had his own, this is when like personal training I felt like was really super, I'm sure it still is, but like the private studios like this. Yeah. It was like one of a kind in Charlotte, meaning there wasn't very many. So I went to him and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a job. And he was like, yep, young, blonde, volleyball player, you're hired. Yeah. So I just did that until, but I was more like, you got it, good job. Like I had like group training or like a lot of CEOs from the companies around Charlotte.
That's cool.
That would come do like 5 a.m. classes and I would just like set up stations with a stopwatch.
And now when you were like young coming up, did you ever, like you never bought into it?
Never.
Did you go to shows and stuff with your dad?
Went to shows, but I wasn't like, never in a million years did I think I was gonna do, never. I
think one of the coolest parts of your job, like my friend, one of my clients in New Jersey, I have a gym in Jersey as well, and he takes his kids to everything, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, and he's always just so happy when the wrestlers are like really good with the kids. And then I hear Cena done all these like Make-A-Wish. And I think that's like got to be the coolest part of your job. Like when was the first time like a kid, like a little girl's come up to you and be like,
oh, it's got
to be the most rewarding part.
It's the most rewarding part.
Yeah.
It's
got to be so cool. Like,
or just seeing them like just want to touch you. Yeah. Like as you're like going down the ramp. Yeah. It's very rewarding. Yeah.
I think you're inspiring them to be like, oh my God, I could be like
I can be like that. Yeah.
Was there one time that like kind of sticks out in your head? Like that you're like, because you guys do a lot of signings and stuff,
before
right?
I got injured, there was this one live event and there was a group of kids and I actually have the video on my social and there was this little girl and we locked eyes and she saw me and the scream that she like
let out
projected was like so hard. Like, it was like a screech, but it was like she was that like you should see her face. Like you would have thought I was like Santa Claus or like I don't know. Oh, I love this. My new flight.
I love that. All right, this will be the last one here. And we're gonna finish up with some diamond push-ups. How's your push-up game? Okay.
We'll see.
Good.
We'll see. It's hit or miss. Actually, diamond push-ups are probably easier, I think, than...
They're a little harder because you're like so jammed up. You got to use a lot more tricep.
But they're more tricep, though.
More tricep, yeah.
I think I'm stronger in my tricep.
Okay. You got great arms.
I'll take it.
What's one thing, because you've done so much, right?
Yeah.
I think you've dealt with a lot of bullshit in your life. You're on paper the most accomplished female wrestler of all time. What does that legacy look like? What do you want to be remembered for? And what do you have coming up? Like, because you're in your own race now. You're not racing anybody else.
No, I know, but I don't feel that way. I feel like that's what keeps me
motivated.
Yeah. I think just helping change the landscape of women's wrestling altogether.
Yeah.
Just like what it means to be a female superstar.
I think we always pick these tasks we'll never be able to see them through. Yeah. And you just keep the ball rolling. Yeah, I love that.
But also, like, when people talk about my name, it's with not that I don't want, hey, what is your Mount Rushmore of women? But I want them to be able to say men and women at the same time. And I want my name to be with Taker, with Stone Cold, with my dad. Yeah. Not just like, oh, these women were great. Like, Charlotte Flair is up there with those guys.
I'm sure you've gotten that question 1,000 times, right? The Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody feels like
it's so hard though, because it's like so many different eras.
Yeah.
Wait, do I need to put this lower?
I would put it right on your hip crease.
Yep.
So right where you're bent.
So there?
Yeah. Yeah, I wrestle with it all the time because I was a kid. I was in grammar school and like middle school with Stone Cold and The Rock. And like, I got to see the greatest generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I was a little kid during the 80s and I was upset, like 3 years old. I had a Hulk Hogan impersonator at my birthday party. Like.
But every guy is just so many characters are so different. It's so hard.
I was actually just watching a couple of your matches. Like, you do some crazy shit. Like the stereotype, it used to be like.
It's more because of how big I am.
No, but
that's what's like, usually the smaller girls do that stuff.
But I've watched a lot of wrestling my whole life. And I feel like you watch an old school wrestling match, just like you were saying, I guess they just didn't get the time. And like they didn't get the reps in because I guess you get better at it as you go on. It was like a lot of like bullshit clotheslines and things like that. Like, you guys are now so much more technical.
But I think some of them, they just couldn't highlight it. Like, you'd have one really great girl, one okay. Like, now we just have like a stacked roster.
Yeah, the depth in
the depth is like stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, you see some stuff. And like Becky's small.
Yeah.
But she can move. You know, she does some really cool stuff. You know, who have you had your best match with? Like, Ricky Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man.
See, I have a special chemistry with. Like, I think because that's another thing. I want to be able to wrestle everyone and their styles.
Yeah.
Where, like, I really do have a special chemistry with every different, like, girl. It's hard to just pick one.
Yeah.
Because all the matches are so different.
Yeah, and you vibe with different people different ways.
Becky and I don't really, like, have to do much. We just put on, like, classics.
Yeah. So you guys are just so used to wrestling each other.
We just have the same psychology, and there's a story behind. Like, it's
I think you both buy into the game. Right?
Yeah, you got to when you get to that
level. So you were saying how like you kind of took over your brother's kind of dream and ran with it, you know, and that's clearly stuck with you. Like, when did you start to really buy into it though? Like, when were you? When was it like, all right, I want to see my brother's life fulfilled through me? And when were you like, all right, now I'm on my own journey?
Well, I also think that was a detriment too, because like I didn't really figure that out till like I didn't deal with his death. Like, I just kind of put it in a box and then started, like, when he died, I went to wrestling a week later and didn't stop. And it was just like go, and then you wake up 5 years later and you're like, holy shit, I main evented WrestleMania. Where like, if you would have thought a female was going to main event WrestleMania, never.
Yeah.
Like that, like they would have like laughed. You like,
yeah.
So it was just more being like, okay, this is my, like, what am I chasing? What's my passion? What wrestling is, but it took like those.
Took you a couple of years.
Took me like just to like maybe enjoy it more and not be so hard on myself. Like, what was I really? I don't know. Like, I can enjoy it now. Enjoy the journey. It's not a race.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't constantly feeling like you're running out of time.
And I think that's where people go wrong, is they're like so worried about the destination and aren't really enjoying today. I mean, I do it to myself too.
That's what I'm working on.
Last set, best set. Whew. I want you to go all the way down. Keep those elbows close. There you go. Beast. This was coolest experience I've had.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You've been awesome. I'm glad we got a little workout.
Got a little pump before the flight.
Yeah. I'm proud to say you're going to be wearing this.
Yes, I will be.
Do you need a
put it on
Celsius or anything for the road? Well, that was another episode of the Strong New York podcast. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and keep getting strong.